What if I told you that the slow disappearance of your money's value is not an accident? That the system quietly draining your savings while you sleep was actually designed that way, on purpose, by the same people who print the money. Today we are pulling back the curtain on one of the most misunderstood forces in economics, inflation, and why governments do not just allow it, they actively promote it. Most people think inflation just means prices go up, but here is the more precise definition. Inflation is the gradual erosion of your currency's purchasing power. The money in your pocket today buys less than it did 10 years ago, and less than it did 10 years before that. It is not random. It is not bad luck. Central banks literally set an inflation target of around 2% per year. They aim for it. They engineer it. So the real question is, why would anyone deliberately engineer their own currency to slowly lose value? Reason 1. And this is the one governments will never put in a press release. Inflation quietly erases debt. Here is how it works. Governments carry enormous national debt. Trillions of dollars borrowed over decades. That sounds catastrophic. But if inflation runs at 3% annually, the real value of that debt shrinks every single year. Without paying a single extra dollar, they borrowed today's money, and they repay with tomorrow's cheaper money. It is essentially a slow, invisible tax on everyone who holds cash or government bonds. Genius if you are the borrower, brutal if you are the saver, and most people have no idea it is happening. Reason 2 is actually more legitimate. Inflation keeps the economy in motion. Think about it this way. If prices were falling every year, which economists call deflation, would you buy a car today? Or would you wait until it is cheaper next month? And the month after that? People stop spending. Businesses stop hiring. The whole engine stalls. Japan experienced exactly this in the 1990s, a deflationary spiral that froze their economy for an entire decade. So mild inflation creates a psychological nudge. Spend now, invest now, because waiting costs you. Governments would rather you feel a little financial pressure than watch consumer spending collapse entirely. Here is the sneaky one. Inflation helps governments and employers manage wages without triggering mass outrage. Cutting someone's salary by 3% would cause immediate revolt. People would quit, protest, make very angry posts on the internet. But if inflation runs at 4% and your salary stays flat, your real purchasing power just dropped by 4%, and most people will not even notice. Economists call this money illusion. We focus on the number, not what the number actually buys. Governments understand this psychological blind spot better than almost anyone, and they have been using it for decades. So who actually wins from inflation? Asset owners, people who hold property, stocks, gold, businesses. These appreciate in value as the currency weakens. The wealthy, in other words, who loses. People holding cash, people with fixed incomes, people who save diligently in a savings account earning 1% while inflation runs at 3%. That is not saving. That is losing money in slow motion while feeling responsible about it. Inflation is effectively a wealth transfer mechanism, from savers to borrowers, from those without assets to those with them, quietly, legally, continuously, every single year. So what is the move? Stop storing wealth in cash long term. Put money into assets that outpace inflation, index funds, real estate, commodities, things that grow as the currency weakens. Understand that your savings account is not protecting you. It is just losing value more politely. The wealthy have understood this for centuries. They do not hold cash. They hold the things that cash buys. Your strategy should not just be to earn more money. It should be to make sure the money you already earn does not silently evaporate while you are busy earning it. So next time prices creep up and someone blames the economy, remember, it is not a glitch. It is a feature. The question is whether you are positioned to benefit from it or just quietly paying for it. Follow, because next time we are breaking down exactly how wealthy people inflation-proof their money, and it is simpler than you think.